They went fancy on this one. They teasing me. Yo, is that actually weight? And with that all said, today we have the unboxing of the brand new silhouette from Paul George, the PG4 in the GX or the Gatorade X colorway. Well, technically it's Gatorade GX. I was doing a little bit of research, of course, before the unboxing, because like anything else, it requires some effort. And I was reading upon, I heard of the Gatorade GX initiative. I didn't know exactly what it was. Of course, that's what this colorway and the other one that I believe it's either gonna drop during All-Star Weekend or it's I think there's 3 total with this kind of Gatorade collab. One, which is, ooh, I like that. I like that. Huge PG logo right here, dead center of the top or on the lid of the box for the PG4. Oh, these are heavy. Oh, these are heavy, my guy. Oh, but like I was saying, and then I did some digging. It's actually a really interesting concept as to what they're trying to do with, you know, athlete performance and how, you know, via like a water bottle and the pods with the amount of electrolytes and all these other components that go into just the one water bottle and then the rest of the performance tracking. It's really, really interesting stuff. But jumping back to the unboxing, so you have, of course, like we said, the PG, huge PG logo on the lid. Then on the front of the box you have the Nike swoosh logo, and then they added this little bit of a texture with, like, I want to say atoms. These molecules kind of joining together, of course representing that Gatorade structure. And then on the side, ooh, Paul George IV or Paul George 4. Got these on size 11, which I don't know if it's if it was a smart decision. I heard some reviews on these when all the influencers were invited to LA to try them out first and try out, you know, do the games and whatnot on them. I think it was Jack Slade that said probably go half a size up because they were a little bit tight. But yeah, super excited because I haven't done anything Gatorade related in this channel since the very first video when I dropped the Jordan 1 times Gatorade unboxing. So let's go ahead and see how these stack up against that. Ooh, 2 layers of paper. 2 layers, but you know when it's 2 layers of paper, it's gonna be special. And then the paper as well, just like that Jordan 1, they added those details on the paper itself. Same pattern that we saw on the box, except this one, of course, is not texturized. It's just the logo or the sign on the paper with the molecules or the atoms, whatever you want to call them. 3 layers of paper. Hold up, they went fancy on this one. They teasing me. Yo, is that actually weight? From this angle, from me looking at them, it looks like somebody actually threw water in these. Or there's water drops on top of the upper, on top of the shoe, but they're actually just part of the sneaker itself. I have just opened them. I literally just lifted up the paper. I'm already amazed by these. So let's go ahead and take them out. Yo, full leg Nike Air. These slab, man. Ooh, that cutout at the bottom, showing the exposed air bubble. Alright, here we have them, so let's go ahead and start taking a look at the details. Let's start on the outside. Right below the collar, you have the Nike swoosh that actually it's kind of cut off when it starts hitting over here in the heel area. Purple Nike swoosh that has the water droplets or the water-like droplets on top of it. Has a like bluish kind of plasticky finish to them. That's why they look like actual water. And then actually right in front of that, you have this little, I'm not sure if this is supposed to represent something, but it's just this kind of little triangle coming from the midsole. Glossy finish with more water droplets on top of it. Again, just giving that kind of Gatorade or that sweat kind of feeling, right? Gatorade prides itself on refueling athletes after they sweat, after a session, after a game, during a game. So that's kind of what it's supposed to represent. Then before I jump into the midsole, I want to talk a little bit about the upper itself. So it's a dual mesh upper, knitted, kind of a little bit knitted over here, or that a knitted feeling on this side. And then you go over to the inside and you have that transparent look that actually lets you dive into the lacing system. Both of them combined in the middle here by a little triangle with the PG logo and a highlight orange color, as well as this little zipper right here that if you open it up, it actually shows you the highlight orange laces. Man, I'm liking these laces actually. What I like primarily is that they match with the Gatorade GX logo right in front, or on the front side of the tongue. I gotta say, I'm not the biggest fan of them combining like this kind of mesh with this other mesh. I see the concept, again, not sure how I feel about it just yet, not my favorite detail. But going back towards the midsole, right below that Nike swoosh that we talked about earlier, you have the Air branding right there, and then it shows you this, or this little design. On top of this design right here that reminds you that this is a full-length Nike Air shoe. But besides that, you can also see the molecule type pattern that we saw on the box, and then also on the paper. It's represented here one more time. And of course, this one is texturized, more like the one that we saw on the box. Then moving towards the front, actually, and this is an amazing detail, on the front of the right shoe, you have the word young, and then on the front of the left shoe, you have 13, which adds up to be Young 13. That's the name that PG assigned himself, or the nickname he assigned himself when he first switched numbers back in 2015 as well, right? After he broke his tibia, or after he got injured, I can't remember what he broke. The Young 13 nickname is here. I don't think we had seen it on previous shoes, at least not on the 2, 2.5, and the 3, which are the ones that I've unboxed. But now going towards the heel area, so the pattern in the midsole continues, of course, with that molecule pattern. Below the collar, though, you have this little pull tab, so when you're putting them in, your foot slides in a little bit better. And then right here below that pull tab, you have Paul George's signature on this kind of glossy, reflective material that actually looks more, that gives you that kind of rainbowish, reflective look. But besides that, nothing really else to see on the back. So let's go ahead and move towards the bottom of the sneaker, which is also another part that I'm excited to try out. So at the bottom, you have a bunch of circle patterns running throughout the entire outsole, which Nike claims is meant to give better traction. So moving forward, back, left or right. And then on this specific colorway, of course, you have the highlight green on the edge of the outsole, and then the middle, kind of like where the foot area would be at, is filled with that dark purple color. Now right below the heel, this is one of my favorite details on the shoe, you have the orange, highlight orange circle, reminding you once again that this is a full-length Nike Air bubble. And then this right here where the PG logo is exposed is actually the bubble itself. Now these do come with a booty kind of design, so your foot is a little bit easier to slip into the sneaker. And you know what? These are very tight. My hand barely fits there. I don't know how my foot's supposed to fit in there. Then, like we said, laces are gonna be highlight orange, but then the lace hoops themselves are actually this aqua color, kind of like similar to what we saw over here on the midsole. It's taken again, or used again, on the smaller Nike swoosh that's below the collar over here on the inside. But then moving towards the insole, and right here on the camera looks white, and it's actually, if you don't shine the light against it, it actually looks white as well here. But it's this same color, the same green color. So the complete insole is that really light green, which resembles, of course, the green Gatorade. And then right below the heel on the insole, you have the GX Gatorade branding on that highlight orange color one more time. But there's a couple more hidden details that Nike added to the sneaker. So on the right shoe, closer towards the toe box, you have the 13, which of course represents Paul George's number. But then on the inside, right where the midsole kind of curves to the shape of your foot, it says NG 11/1/17, which is supposed to, or according to Nike, it's supposed to be a date. But then same deal on the left shoe, closer towards the toe box, same number 13 over there. But then instead of having an NG, you have OG over here, and then 05/01/2014. So much detail combining the Paul George history as well as the Gatorade kind of concept. And that's why I love these collabs, right? I feel like that's why we all love these kind of collabs. They just put so much detail, so much thought into them. And that's what makes them special. They do feel a little bit tight just based on when I took the papers out of the inside. So I hope that's not a big of an issue and they're still comfortable. But for right now, let's go ahead and see how these look on feet. But anyways guys, that was it for today's video. I really hope you liked it, and if you did, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and also don't forget to subscribe to keep on watching more sneaker unboxings. But yeah, one more time, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are amazing. Paps Money Bags. Out.